Why, hello there, people. Experts commentary here. I'm gonna be talking about how horrible school is. Since I'm in it right now, sadly, I think I'm qualified to talk about it. Except if my teachers see this, they're gonna get angry because you're not supposed to talk bad about the school. Because teachers and principals get triggered over every minor thing, just like liberals. But anyway, this is probably going to be fun, because I'm talking about how horrible school is. There's lots of things to mention, and I might not even have the time to actually mention all of them, nor the brain. But I will try, I will try with Goat Simulator of all games as my background gameplay while I'm ranting. I'm basically a low-budget mini Leafy that talks about actual world problems. Anyway, there's a lot of reasons that the school system is bad, and I mean a lot of reasons. So I'll just begin with the first one. And the first one is just school in general, just the real corporate control in the school. The mental retardation of it. Alright, so let's say, you have to go to school 5 days a week, 9 months out of 12, for about 14 years. And that's bad enough. But we all know the limitations at school, since we've either been in it or in it right now. If you're neither of those, then wow, you need to get off YouTube. Like, how young are you? Why are you here? Of all places. Anyway, so there's a lot of dumb things at school. But anyway, and when you're in school, alright, you can do pretty much nothing. You have the feng shui of a jail cell. You can't socialize, even though your child years are pretty much the most important years for socializing to grow up healthily. Like, you can't talk, you can't get up out of your seat, you can't even use the bathroom sometimes. And if you do talk to another student, because, you're a normal human being and not a drone, which schools really want you to be, like you act like a normal social human person, you can get in big trouble for it, and they can assume that you have a learning disability or something. It's like, oh, these kids don't want to listen to their incredibly uninteresting, boring teachers talk about something that no one, probably not even the teachers, cares about. He must have ADD or something. Or the kid actually wants to be a normal person and wants to talk to other people. He must have trouble paying attention. It's like, this kid was being bullied ruthlessly and hit him back, did something back to the bully. What a heathen. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst things about school. You can go to school every day and have a person, bully you ruthlessly day after day after day. And, they can hurt you physically. And I actually know kids that have been bullied before. And when they said that, oh, my kid's being hurt, what can you do about it? It's like, we'll try to make sure it doesn't happen. And it kept happening. It kept happening anyway. It's like, why aren't you doing anything? Because, it's hard to monitor that stuff. It's really difficult. And when the kid finally gets tired of them not doing anything and being hurt every day, they do something back, and then, voila, you're in trouble. That kid was doing stuff, the same thing to you that you did to them on a way worse scale, probably. We did nothing about it, but guess what? Now you've done it. Now you're Now you're like the evil person now. Here, now the bullies are the victims. Okay, and boom, you're suspended. It's always been just so stupid. I bet the teachers that do stuff like that are the type of people to press charges on people that try to defend themselves from rapists or something. That's basically what this is doing, just on not as big of a scale, pretty much. That's essentially what they're doing. It just doesn't involve jail time. And though if you're in solitary suspension, like in-school suspension, like I was once, it is pretty much jail. Because, well, even if you weren't in like solitary confinement, school would still be pretty much jail. And no one likes jail. No one at all. So, wait a second. My dumb family's doing dumb things because they're dumb people. Alright, that cancerousness is over. It's still happening. Anyway, there's also this other thing. There's a lot of reasons the school system is bad, but alright, I've heard that when you study hard for a test on school, you can, even if you get an A on the test, you have forgotten up to 90% of what you learned on the test in just 3 days. Yeah, you would have forgotten that much of what you learned in only a couple of days. That's because the method they use of teaching is absolute balls. Like, true education teaches you how to connect dots, not to memorize where they are. Like, all schools do is just cram stuff into your brain that you probably don't even care about. And they don't even try to make you actually learn it. They don't make it interesting or anything. They're just like, there will be a test. Now mesmerize these things. That's not education. That's That's bulimia. Just learning stuff and then just throwing it back at the test to forget it ever even happened the next day. Like, that's not education. At least it's not effective education. Some really smart people can agree that school was just created during the Industrial Revolution to create factory workers. But nowadays, almost no one is working in factories. They don't really matter anymore. So now this incredibly old, like 200-something-year-old ineffective school system, it has pretty much no purpose now, and we're still using it. Like, why? What's the purpose? No one needs it anymore. Like, schools have changed practically none over centuries. Yeah. And even though the world is changing this quick, like the modern world is changing incredibly super fast. Like, it's changing constantly at a fast rate, like a really quick rate. Yet schools have changed practically none in centuries. Like, bruh, like, why do we do this? Why is this children's lives? Why? There's several good things, like important things you need to learn in everyday life that are neglected in schools, like how to fix a car, how to pay taxes, how to get a job. But nope, it's more important to learn about math problems you'll probably forget about in the next week. Yep. A lot of the math stuff I've done, I've probably forgotten about. Probably. There's loads of things in school that I've forgotten about. Yeah. Yet, something that you'll forget in like a couple of days is very important for your future. Half of the stuff we learn in school is either stuff that we don't need to learn about anymore, or stuff that happened a really, really long time ago that no one even cares about anymore. Like school is more preparing us for the past than the future. They're preparing us, that's why we can't hit anyone or anything. They're preparing us to be babies, not adults. This is life. Anyway, there's a lot more I could say, but I'm kind of running out of time, so hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out.